Okay, let's get back to the investor who's a little confused and trying to figure out what President Trump's policies mean for the markets. Because you see a lot of the green on the screen, and it's only with gold, up 11 bucks. Let's talk to Newoak Capital President Jim Frischling about the moves you need to be making right now, the three things you want our viewer investors to look at this moment.
Sure. I mean, I think there are certain things President Trump is in fact going to do. It's going to focus on tax cuts. He is going to he is going to deregulate, and he is going to focus on infrastructure. So while there's protectionism, and you and Charlie already talked about that, I'm focusing on the immediate things that Trump is going to act on. So look at the financial sector, banks specifically. A deregulation is going to be beneficial to the banks, and the stock that I'm liking is Morgan Stanley. What a franchise. It's trading like it's a lesser franchise. They had great fourth quarter earnings. They had a very strong 2016, and what they did in the fixed income, almost tripling their Q4 numbers, and by the way, they did it with 25% less staff. So this is a stock that I think is undervalued, especially as you move into deregulation. I think you're going to see this stock perform very well. On the other side, healthcare. United Health has already dropped out of Obamacare. Watch when the GOP puts forward ideas about letting states compete. Watch the bigger ones perform. They've had very good revenues, earnings. They already opted out of the Obamacare and participating in some of these networks, and I think they're well positioned to benefit again from President Trump's moves to repeal and replace Obamacare.
And of course, you know, it doesn't have the overhang of regulatory no's, which is what Aetna got today from a judge. No, you can't make your big merger, so that becomes an issue. As you look at the markets, though, much has been said about the Trump bump turning into the Trump dump.
Yeah, and I think I heard you and Charlie talking about it. I think the fourth thing I'm looking at is this whole protectionism, this whole global trade issue. And I know there's a lot of senior leaders out in D.C. trying to get their hands around this, and I think that is creating a lot of confusion, a lot of uncertainty, and the markets aren't going to like that. So how is this actually going to play out? I think you can say a lot of things. What can you, in fact, do? I think we have a healthier labor market. I think we are going to see wages move up. Then we're going to see some wage inflation. And again, it's not just what you make. It's also how much you can spend in terms of what goods cost. So I think we're going to see a little balancing. That's going to take a little while to work itself out, but expect deregulation, expect infrastructure. So things like industrials, I think, are also going to be a good place to play. But these are the things on my mind right now.
Donald Trump did not, and was sure to not blame President Obama for what he said were bad trade deals. And Jimmy Hoffa earlier of the Teamsters Union said it's been 30 years of bad deals. We shall see if doing something differently changes the course for the working class man and woman in America. It's great to see you, Jim. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jim Frischling of Newoak.